Well, hi, and welcome to the $1 Million Message. This is future executive senior sales director Jordan Eicher calling in with your Wednesday wisdom from Charlotte, North Carolina. Are you having a great month so far? We're almost mid-month here in November, the month to be thankful, the month to be grateful, the month to give, the month for color for life, the month for chroma fusion, the month to build your team with all kinds of women that you are selling holiday gift sets to, the month to offer businesses the chance to shop with you for all their employees and all their office managers during the holiday season, the month to give mistletoe lips and holiday makeovers, the month to wrap up satin hand sets with oven mitts and sell them to everyone who is not hosting Thanksgiving, but rather attending Thanksgiving. I love November. I don't love that it's no shave November. Y'all's husband's doing that thing. Y'all's bae's doing that thing with the beard. Like, my husband looks like a mountain man right now. Not that there's anything wrong with mountain men. It just may not be my vibe. Anyway, so I'm excited about November, and what I wanted to, first of all, let me say I'm actually sad that I had to record over Amber's lead generating message from yesterday, because it was excellent. If you are struggling with generating leads, there's a Facebook page for this call. It's called the $1 Million Message Listeners Network on Facebook. And if you can't find it, ask your sales director or ask a sister consultant or search on Facebook until you find the page, because there is an amazing woman, Christy Eggers, who uploads all of these audio files so that if you miss a message, you can go back and hear it. And if you are struggling with lead generating, wow, did Amber give you practical, incredible, hands-on technical advice for how to get your date book filled with leads. And she so brilliantly said the only time we get frustrated or exhausted in our Mary Kay business is when we're thinking about doing Mary Kay and not actually doing it. And usually the only reason we're not actually doing it is because we don't have enough leads. Because when you have enough leads or more than enough leads, the date book just gets filled. The words just work. The numbers just happen. So if you didn't get to hear it, go back and listen to it. Well, today, I wanted to talk to you about something that's sort of elusive, a topic that's kind of an X unknown, and it's called charisma. And the reason I called it an X unknown is because sometimes it's called the X factor, right? Some people just have it. You've heard others say, that girl, she's just got it. I just like to be around her. I just want to be in her space. People follow her. People just listen to her. She just is exciting. There's this X factor that she has that I don't have, whatever that magnetic quality is. She was born with it, and I wasn't. Have you ever thought that about someone that you've known, maybe someone in the Mary Kay world? What is an example to you of having charisma or the X factor? You know, somebody that we all, I think, in Mary Kay think of when we think about charisma and that X factor and that magnetism is Gloria Mayfield Banks, right? She is somebody who, no question, unquestionably has that charisma, that X factor, that power, that when she comes into the room or she, walks up a staircase or she steps out of an elevator, there's something about her that you just want to know, who is that? Wow. And so I want to give you some of those. Maybe you're thinking of someone else in your life. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're someone that you know that God has given you the gift of charisma, that God put that DNA inside of you, that you attract other people, and it's something natural about you. And if so, consider yourself one of the lucky ones. And if you have it, maybe today you'll learn why you have it. And these are three qualities that I pinpointed because I felt blessed that I have that quality of charisma. And honestly, I had to start breaking it down and identifying what is this mysterious X factor, because I think one of the best qualities that a leader can have in Mary Kay is to be duplicatable, to not just be excellent, but to help every person she touches be their most excellent self also. So I thought, gosh, if I have some unspoken, unduplicatable quality that God gave me, this is not good. I need to learn how to help other people have the same thing. And so one of the most fun journaling sessions that I had in the last couple of weeks was sitting down to try to figure out charisma. So I broke it down to 3 things that I think are probably the most important, especially for Charisma 101, being attractive to other people. And this does really go hand in hand with booking. If you want to book, I think one of the biggest things that can help you and to work in your advantage is to be attractive to people and not attacking of people. Would you agree with that? I know that you would. You never want to feel like you're attacking someone when you're trying to book appointments. You want it to be natural. You want them to want to book with you. You want it to be relatively, easy in some ways where it's not a difficult thing for you to get a booking. So 3 things I've identified that help you to build and develop charisma, because I don't believe that it's something that you're born with or you're not. I think it's something that is a combination of who you are and some learned skills. So the first quality that I think you have to be charismatic and to be attractive to others and to get that date book filled more naturally without feeling like you're attacking anyone is warmth. So go ahead, if you're taking notes, write down warmth. Warmth is something that begins with a smile, and a smile is completely and totally free. It's a resource that God did give you. It's something that you can give to every single person that you meet without it costing you a cent. And I don't want to sound like a cheesy, Barnes & Noble coffee table Christmas book here, but oh my gosh, a smile brightens the world. It really does. It opens doors for you that you didn't even know were shut. I promise you that. One of my dearest friends in Mary Kay and in life is Taylor Faring. She's the daughter of Senior National Sales Director Debbie Moore. And many of you who know Taylor know exactly what I'm about to say, but Taylor, I will never forget, in elementary school and then again in middle school and probably even in high school, but I can't remember, always got the award for best smile. And you know what? Everyone who meets Taylor says the same thing about her. She is the sweetest person. That's what they say about her. She has that magnetism and that charisma because she never walks into a room without a $1 million megawatt smile that just takes over her whole face. It's her signature. She's even smiling when she's telling you something that tipped her off. I promise you. And her eyes smile right along with her teeth. So, it's one of those things that opens doors for you. And if you're not naturally a smiler, you have to ask your spouse or your spice or whoever it is that's growing a beard that you don't like in November to help you to become a smiler. So when they notice that you're not smiling, that they can help you to learn how to do that, because I promise it is one of those things that creates warmth. Warmth is one of the number 1 qualities you need to attract other people to you. And the warmth that you exude from your person begins with your face. It begins with your smile. Speaking of your face, I hope that you're wearing Mary Kay products, because that will also help you attract women to you. I've been wearing a really bold fall lip or a really bold red lip for the entire month of October and the entire month of November. And I've been doing it on purpose because I find that women compliment my looks more when I'm wearing a bold, confident lip, because I think they wish they could wear one too, or they've always wanted to, but they're afraid they can't, quote, pull it off. So I get more bookings and more chatter about my business, more attracting of people to me when I'm wearing a bold lipstick. So you may even want to try that, and maybe your bold lipstick will remind you to smile at people today, because warmth, giving people a hug when you greet them, is part of that warmth, or shaking somebody's hand and clasping it with the other hand to show that you're a caring and warm person is part of that charisma. The smile, though, opens the door, and it's something that you can do completely for free. And then the number 2 quality after warmth and smiling at people and making sure you make eye contact and physical touch with people is your energy. Your energy is the second thing that will create charisma and X factor for you. It'll attract people to you and to your business. Your energy. So your energy either gives life to other people when you come into a space, or you come into a room, or you come into a conversation, or you come into a group, or, you know what I'm about to say, it sucks life out of a room, out of a conversation, out of a group of people, out of a space. So none of us want to think that we're the energy suckers, right? We all want to believe that we're the energy givers. But the truth is, when you're not excited about your life, excited about your goal, excited about your business, positive about your day, fueled up with healthy foods, rested from a good night's sleep, when you're not in the right space from having your quiet time with God, from having time for you, self-care, hashtag self-care, right? When you're not in that space, your energy is going to be negative or it's going to be neutral at best. It's not going to be positive. Like, think of a battery, right? There's a positive end and there's a negative end. There's protons and there's ions. No, ions? Neutrons? I can't remember. I'm not a chemist. I'm not a scientist. Okay, so there's positive energy and there's negative energy, right? Well, at best, when we're not fueled up and we're not putting gas in our own tanks, we are going to be neutral at best. We're going to be people that come into the room and we don't change it for the better. We don't change it for the worse. We're just there. And you know what? If you want to have charisma, if you want to be a leader that people just naturally magnetize to, that they naturally want to follow, that juices other people's batteries, you've got to be filled up yourself. So that starts with not your smile, but it starts with a positive mental attitude. It starts with listening to something positive every day, and I'm preaching to the choir. You're already doing that. You're on this call right now. It starts with reading your Bible. You know, I think there's a big difference in reading a Bible and reading a devotional book. I think both are good, but the Bible is the only text that is living, that's breathing, that's active, that was written by God, that the Holy Spirit can speak directly from God's heart to your heart and commune with God's Spirit to your spirit through the Holy Bible. And, you know, get a Bible that you can understand. Oh, my gosh, the Bible is one of my favorite gifts to give to my friends at Christmas time because many of my friends, even my close friends I find, are reading a Bible that is hard to understand, a translation that's difficult. You know what? I think God gives us technology and He gives us tools to interpret those old Greek and Hebrew texts so that we can, Aramaic text, so we can understand it better today. So get yourself a living Bible. Get yourself a New Living Translation. Get the message. I know that's controversial, but if you can understand it, listen, God will work out the kinks. He absolutely will. His Spirit will commune with your spirit when you're looking for a filling up from Him, when you're looking towards the Mary Kay Giants and the Mary Kay mentors from InTouch on getting inspirational downloads from the library, the audio library, the training library from national giants in this company. You can sit at their feet every single day. Read something, do something, listen to music that moves your soul and moves your spirit. I started out talking about Gloria Mayfield Banks, who definitely embodies that charisma and the X factor. And she talks about music as a motivator, music as an energy giver, that when you put on a song that you just can't sit still when you hear it, it gives you life, it gives you energy, and then all of a sudden you're completely filled up and bubbling over. And that's the moment where you know your charisma is going to be on point. Because when you have excess energy to give away, people are attracted to you because they didn't do what you did that morning. They didn't get up and fill themselves up. They listened to the news. Or they listened to their sister-in-law drone on and on about how horrible her job is and her boss and how much she hates the commute to work and the traffic. And all of a sudden you get to work and you're miserable too. It's like so crazy. So we have to be conscientious about how we're filling ourselves up if we want to have energy, if we want to be charismatic. You know, people with charisma don't wake up with that X factor energy every day. They have to input it by creating habits that prove to be healthy for energy creation. And these are just some of them. You know, listening to something positive, reading your Bible. In addition to that, eating healthy foods and getting a little bit of exercise, moving your body physically actually creates energy, right? We think when we exercise it expends energy, and it does, but it creates a lot more throughout the rest of the day through your endorphins, through your hormones, through the chemicals that course through your body, through all those things that are unseen and hidden. Even walking outside of your house 15 minutes in one direction and then back 15 minutes to give yourself a 30-minute walk in the morning will do wonders for your energy. So those are a few of the things. If you eat, you know, a healthy breakfast of like eggs and protein and greens, and you know you feel great afterwards, and, you know, you also know that you feel horrible if you grab a piece of coffee cake on your break room at work, well, do what you got to do to get those eggs made in the morning, because I'm telling you, it's something you may not have originally connected, but your breakfast is connected to your attitude, which is connected to how you feel about yourself, which is connected to your confidence, which is connected to your bookings, which is connected to your business appointments, which is connected to your weekly sales and profit, which is connected to paying your bills, which is connected to your family, which is connected to your dreams and your security and to your future and to your vision. It's all connected. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's the energy. So we have warmth with your smile and how you touch people and how you give away your positivity. We have your energy, which is about fueling yourself up so that you give life to a room and you don't suck the energy out. And now the last thing we have is your words. Your words, your warmth, your energy, and your words. Your words, just like your energy, can be a construction site for building people up, or they could be a demolition site for just wrecking someone's day, wrecking someone's confidence, wrecking someone's self-image. Your words can either breathe life and belief into people, positivity and encouragement, or they can just tear people down. And so your words, in addition to that, your words can cast vision for someone. Your words can paint a picture for what somebody's day, what somebody's life, what somebody's experience with Mary Kay, what somebody's skin could look like, could be like. And so when you speak words of life, you get charisma. You gain followers. You gain attraction to others because trust me when I tell you, most people's friends, most people's family members, most people's coworkers are not having Mary Kay training. They're not listening to people like the $1 Million Messenger mentors who are encouraging them to build others up. What they're doing is just reacting to circumstances. They're reacting to what they hear. They're reacting to all kinds of negative, media. They're reacting to fights that break out on Facebook and bringing it up in conversation and using those things as weapons to tear other people down so they can feel better about their choices and themselves. You know what? You're never going to gain charisma by being one of those people. If you want to stand out, if you want to have the X factor, if you want to be that mysterious, what does she have that I want so badly? Give life to other people with your words. Extend sincere compliments. When you see someone doing something well or doing something right, tell them. It's as simple as offering a sincere compliment to someone when you see them doing a job well, when you see them overcoming, when you see them having a moment of personal growth, when you see them doing something that they've better than they've done it in the past, even if it's not quite right. Tell them. If you see a woman with a pair of boots on this fall or winter or a blanket scarf, you can tell she's so proud to be wearing her. You can tell it's new. Compliment her. Because when you give life to other people through your words and you paint a vision for them, I'll never forget hearing one of my former teachers, my chemistry teacher. Actually, it's funny, I brought up chemistry twice today. My chemistry teacher in high school who messaged me a couple weeks ago on Facebook, just out of the blue, which is so funny. He's been on my mind lately. Hearing him tell one of our friends that he could get a scholarship to Duke after he did something great in our chemistry class. He remembers saying to him, Mickey, I bet you could get a scholarship to Duke if you continue this research and keep doing such a good job. And you know what I'm about to say, right? That teacher spoke that vision into my friend Mickey, and he did, in fact, get a scholarship to Duke. And no one else from our graduating class in high school did. But my teacher gave life to my friend Mickey and told him, he painted a vision for him of what his future could be. And I always wonder, had Mr. Caskey not said that to Mickey, would Mickey have ever gotten that free ride to Duke University? I don't know. But you can be that person in someone's life today. So your warmth with your smile, your energy with what you fill yourself up and how you eat your breakfast, scramble those eggs, girl, and your words. Your words can be a construction site to build others up or a demolition site to tear people down. So that's the start of your charisma. Try those 3 things today. Watch how you do them. Think about, are these natural for you or something you're going to have to be conscientious about? Thank God if they're natural. Start today if they're unnatural, because these are skills that you can learn and skills that you can develop that'll serve you in Mary Kay and in life. And I know that you are the girl for the job. So God bless you, and I'll be back with you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.